Hi, I'm Chef Zach. I'm part of yours culinary team. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make Piri Piri marinade and Piri Piri sauce. It's part of the Piri Piri menu cycle that we run in the cafe. It's one of my personal favorites. I know it's a big hit with everyone on our culinary team, and sharing it with you today. Maybe it's something you can make at home, share with your family. The key ingredient to all of the Piri Piri sauces and marinades are the Fresno pepper. So it's very similar in size and shape to a jalapeno. Differences are obviously the color. It's red instead of green, and it's slightly sweeter than a jalapeno, but still has a similar spice level. So to start off, we're going to make the marinade base. I have all my ingredients ready to go. They are divided up into three sections here. First, we have the vegetables. So I have them all cut up. The plate here has 1/4 of a white onion, 1/4 of a red pepper, 2 cloves of garlic, and 3 Fresno peppers that have been de-seeded, and everything is just roughly chopped up. The size isn't too important because this is all going into a blender and it's going to get liquefied here in a moment. So I'm going to add all these ingredients to the blender. And along with that, we're going to add our liquid ingredients. In here is 1/2 cup of canola oil, 1/4 cup of red wine vinegar, the juice of 1 lemon, and a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. And finally, our dry ingredients. In here is, let me look at my list here, make sure I'm giving you all the accurate measurements. So we have a tablespoon of brown sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 1/4 teaspoons of kosher salt, a tablespoon and 1/2 of paprika, a teaspoon of cumin, a teaspoon of coriander, and the zest of the lemon, of 1 lemon, same lemon that we got the juice from. So that's going in the blender as well. I know there's quite a few measurements and ingredients going on here. If this is something that you're interested in making, you can reach out to anyone on the Urus team, either in person or an email, and we'd be happy to get you the list of ingredients. So at this point, I'm just gonna put it in the blender, run it for a couple minutes until everything gets kind of blended up and liquefied. All right, and that's it. We have the Piri Piri marinade. At this point, the marinade could be put on meats or vegetables. In the cafe, we marinate chicken and shrimp primarily. We've also done it with pork. And then vegetables, we will marinate asparagus in it, grill that. Our potatoes, we'll marinate those and roast them in the oven. It's really versatile and adds a ton of flavor to whatever you're cooking. You can also use this marinade to make various sauces. There's the Piri Nays, which we do in the cafe, which is cold dipping sauce, sour cream, mayonnaise, and then this marinade all mixed together and served cold. Or we can make it into a hot sauce for serving with meats and vegetables or for dipping, and that's what I'm going to show you next. All right, now we're going to take the marinade that we just made and turn that into Piri Piri, spicy Piri Piri dipping sauce. Before we started up this video, I had some onions and garlic in the saucepan here. They're in there with about 3 tablespoons of canola oil. I've just had them on really low temperature. You could do them on medium if you keep an eye on it and keep them stirring. Really all we're going for is just that they start to get a little tender, translucent, and even slightly brown. Once those start to soften up, then we can add the marinade that we just blended up. That's going to go right into the saucepan. Make sure we get every last bit. Now, once that's in there with the onions and garlic, I'm just gonna stir it up to make sure everything's incorporated, and then get that to come up to a boil. So it should just take a couple minutes. While it's sitting there, I'll show you the ingredients that we're about to add. It's 3 more de-seeded and chopped Fresno chili peppers. Cayenne pepper, gonna add a teaspoon of this, and then Cholula brand hot sauce. It's gonna be about a 1/4 cup in there. So it looks like we're reaching a boil now in the saucepan. That's what it looks like at this point. We'll leave that on the heat and then add our 3 Fresno chili peppers. Teaspoon of cayenne pepper, just kind of eyeballing it. A 1/4 cup of Cholula. And 2 teaspoons of kosher salt. We'll give that a stir, and once again let it return to a boil. It's just going to be about another 2 minutes there on the medium heat. And then once we reach that boil and everything has been heated up, we're going to take the contents of this and either transfer them back into a blender and blend it there to liquefy it, or we can use a stick blender if you have one handy, that you can just go right in the pan and blend it up. And then once that's blended until smooth, it's ready to eat. You're going to want to serve it hot. As I said earlier, it goes great with meat and vegetables of all varieties. I hope you have a chance to try it out at home, and I hope you enjoy.